Hello and welcome. So today I continue playing around with my Markdown Rule engine as if in DMN. So last time I stopped at reading his definition of table, uh, column, like variable types. Let me show you quickly. So when I output the table, so the season is supposed to be a string, the guest count is going to be a number, and desired dish is going to be a string. So I decided to change the content of a table I have. I actually aligned it to what DMN on Camunda website has, so that it's easier for me to test and you know I'm not doing the actual like equality checks less than or in the range, but it's cool that they actually support it, and on the feel language, the scripting language that the Camunda uses, or DMN for that matter. It has various types of like ranges, so not including one in the range, as this is including one. So this is too complicated for my stuff just now. So I feel language has a nice playground, which I had some well enjoyment of using for work. All right, so I'm using this example now, and as you see, I'm already reading that and parsing that into just content table stuff with rows. I've also defined where in table is which row is storing what. So header row is at 0, zeros, row input output definition is this, right? So if it's all left aligned according to Markdown, then it's input. If it's right aligned with the semicolon or colon, then it's output. So this part is done, and the type is here, and I just parse the direction, right? Like if season is this, but I didn't store if this is supposed to be a string, as it says in the table actually. So I'm going to add just that, and as you see here, for inputs I'm using a definition struct, and inputs is a vector, but it's a vector of strings, I think. Yeah. And I figure uh, maybe I can use a, what's it called? Is it a tuple? So the first is going to be a key, and the second is going to be a type of a string for now. So technically, this should already give me some errors if I try to compile it in here. So this is a tuple of this, and this is going to be another string type. This is for type, so this is a string. Right, I'm just gonna prototype it fast. Whoop. I forget the closing brace, or the formatting of Vim didn't allow me to do it automatically. I don't know. All right, so Oh yeah, to string. Yeah, this is a slice and I need to have it as a string. To string. I'm kind of aware that technically I could store the type as a slice, probably, but this is way too much of testing for this um, temporary implementation. This is going to be an enum, in my opinion. So the inputs. Right, where's that? Where is that? All right, so the input is this and this. Nice. So column variable name. All right. So I need to read the type thing. As I mentioned, the type row is number 2, so 0, 1, 2, type row. So I guess I'm just going to copy this, yank, O, escape B. This is going to be a type variable. Delete back. Come on. Type variable. So type row, type row, column index is what I still want. I mean, again, I'm well aware that I will need to create an enum for string and number, whatever input output I will want to have in order to have a proper match statement for the comparison later. But for now, at least this. Uh, at least this is going to be just fine, and I don't need to have toString, but I will need to clone it. I have no issue with cloning it. Ugh. What? Oh yeah, I got carried away with deleting stuff and closing brace was not there. Bam. So this is a string, this is a number. Yeah, and technically this should also be. Yeah, the output is also supposed to be of the same type. Again, this is just a learning process. I am learning Rust as I go. I have become better at Rust, but it doesn't mean I cannot suck at Rust. Yank O P. So def inputs, KGB, C. Why did I copy that? Yeah, carried away. I needed to copy just this. Yank B. So I can delete this and this. I need another opening brace, bracket. and the closing is also there. Is it a brace or bracket? I'm in software development world for quite a while and I still don't remember. Sounds similar, so it works. And the output is a string. Nice. So we've got the definitions. And now what I need to have is, so since I have all the I have the definition in memory. Now I need to iterate my table starting from a line where actual tests are. So starting line 4, which I already mentioned, starting line 4, the actual logic starts. So if the season is going to be fall and some guest count is 8, then the desired dish is space ribs according to a test the guys at Camunda have. So let's go ahead and iterate the table from logic start row. So again, I'm just dumping everything in one main function, and I'm going to move that in modules later on. But now I want to just prepare the logic for let's just go with a row in row index in logic start row till table rows lengths. So I'm more of a C developer, I guess. I still rely on indexes heavily, but I really want to have a row index starting from the fourth row. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and this is 4. This is just a separator, okay? For readability, if the actual data was along with the type, it would make no sense. All right, let's print line just to test. And so this is going to be row index, and I want to display table rows index is the row index, and I'm going to read the very first cell. Seems okay. All right, formatting was correct. Run. And as we see, we get a fall and a winter, so we actually were able to read the data. Cool. Yeah, so let's create an iterator over the cells now. So for a cell in table rows row index cells, and I'm gonna print it as well. This is way like easier for me. I want to see what I'm iterating over. So cell. So this is a string, just a string. Adds a moment. Whoop. Oh, I need to reference it. Okay. Oh yeah, since I am borrowing the cell from the actual cells, I need to be careful and just, yeah. I cannot just take it and take ownership of it. All right. Space ribs fall 8. Okay. So this is nice. So I read the entire thing. Why did I read the entire thing? Oh yeah. So I now want to read the inputs. I actually want to have inputs, right? I want to read inputs. I didn't think this through. Defs inputs. Yeah, so this is already becoming quite mentally taxing for a test project on a Sunday morning. And yeah, let's just actually our definition inputs is going in the same, is going by the same index as definitions and cells, right? So whatever I have in the fall, this is the same index as here, as a variable name, and yeah. So I wonder if I needed to read that definition. Well, whatever. So defs for D in at defs inputs. Um, but I still need to read that. So maybe I will need to read the index of my cells of a table so that I could reuse the same index to read the inputs of definitions because they are aligned. And I would be able to compare them. You know what? For the time being, I think I'm done. So what we've done today is we completed the definition reading and we started to iterating over cells. Iterating over cells. Oh, no, I cannot stop. I don't want to stop. Yeah, let's do this. Read the definition inputs. Maybe this is going to be the outer loop, like on the surface, like above this. Um, let me print len again. Come on. If you're wondering why I'm not typing correctly, I've got German layout on my keyboard. So that's something to think about. All right. So that's a D, right? Compile. Whoop. I need to print it with the default formatter. All right. season. Right. So I guess I need to have its lengths. I'm not reading the actual value. The index. The index. All right. So we are going to read just 2 inputs from this table. So yeah, I want to stop at reading just inputs of a table. Oh, come on. So it's printing only, let's see, table, rows, row index. Oh, I need to formatter. Crap, I keep forgetting that. Yeah. Row index, cells, D index. All right, so what I'm doing is on the 4th row, I know the exact index of a definition input, which also is pretty much the same as the data we are looking at. So we reuse the index of definition index, and we get the initial table's value, which is going to be fall, and then 8. But we are not going to see the space ribs or roast beef, because that's output of whatever logic that is hidden in here and here. All right. Ah, crap. Not an iterator. What? Line 53. Oh, I should start with the 0. All right. Come on. input 0. Let's do it like this. Defs. So we created a range for the length of inputs. Bam. And as I mentioned, we output fall and 8 from the first row of data, and then winter and 8 from the second row of data. So I guess this is now done for this session, and then in the next session I'm going to run a comparator so that the way DMN works, right? If variable name is equal to some string in here, only then it's going to check if the count is equal to 8. And if this is all right, then it's going to set the output with the value of whatever is here. And if this didn't work, then it's going to go to the next line. If the season is winter, only then it's going to check if the guest count is 8 or whatever other value, and it's 8, then it's going to set the desired dish to output. So this is going to be the next session, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.